A growing number of voters think the economy is improving ahead of President-elect Trump's inauguration. Our new polling finds 44% of Americans believe Trump will make food and grocery prices go down. 35% think that he will cause them to increase. Inflation was a major factor in the president-elect's win. CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, is here with me in Studio 57 to dig into this. Anthony, good to see you. So how does Trump's election impact how people are viewing the economy? Like, did you do a compare and contrast with what people were thinking when he was the candidate?
Well, you described it very well, Lindsay, in that intro, which is that we do find on net people think that his policies will make food prices go down rather than up. One of the things that I would say, recalling to your question about when he was a candidate, this is the national exit poll, right? Not our poll from just today. But look at this. When people said that inflation had been either a severe or a moderate hardship, that was the dominant view among his voters. So you see that sort of sets up the expectation, right? They expected him to do something about prices. And that continues into what we see now. The other part of this, too, is look at the ratings on the economy and why that they're moving up. Now, this is the increase that you spoke about from 36 to 42. Still not good. But the one that I point out a lot is the movement among Republicans, an increasing number who say that the economy is good. This happens when you get presidential transitions. The party that's been out of power starts to feel better about things nationally, the direction of the country, the state of the economy. When they're headed back for the White House, it would be historically within line to think that these numbers among Republicans would start going up. Same economy, but you see how much partisanship and also optimism factors into those more macro numbers.
I saw you wrote Republicans are more excited now than they were in 2016. Anthony, how are voters feeling about his economic policies and some of his picks so far?
Well, let's look at some of the economic policies. One of the things that we've seen is support, especially among his voters, for the idea of increased or putting on tariffs, right? This will be interesting because the bulk of these folks do not think that that will make prices increase. So that's number one. We'll have to keep an eye on that, right? The other part of this is when you ask about the picks, one of the things that you mentioned in the earlier segment is what should happen with those picks. Now, they do get net positive ratings, Lindsay, but there is support, even among a majority of Republicans, for the idea, as per the Constitution, let the Senate hold confirmation hearings. Don't just let Trump appoint people without those hearings. So people still have that institutional perspective going on there.
Okay. Anthony Salvanto, always appreciate you. Thank you.
Sure.